So Xiaomi versus Apple, which one is actually better? So today I will just take us through a number of steps. I will take us through 10 different points. We'll get to know which one is better within Xiaomi and Apple. And just be watching the screen. I'll be dropping the score updates there, so you can get to follow us, get to follow me as we move. So first of all, we'll start with the unboxing. When you take a look at the unboxing of a phone like Xiaomi, you find that Xiaomi's smartphone unboxing is still the one I would say is intact. Like you get everything you need, you get your charger, you get your cable, you get, in fact, you get a case with it. But when you compare to that of Apple, you find that Apple's case is, I would say, it's really, really gloriously empty. You just get your phone on top and you get your USB-C cord and some stickers and manuals. That's what you get. You don't get anything extra. So this point actually is what I will give to Xiaomi. So Xiaomi gets the point right now. And moving on to the next is when it comes to design of phones. So you see design of phones is actually something that matters, especially because it's something you have to hold on. You hold your phone more often than any other thing, right? You hold your phone a lot. So when it comes to design of phone, the one I will give a better, I won't actually be partial here, so I will be frank here right now. You see, Apple's design is what I would just say is straight to the point. It's a good mass finish design, straight to the point there, because not, this is the type of phone that they want to sell to 30 million people. But when it comes to that of Xiaomi's design are good, but they make it good, but not with the expectation that it's something that they'll be selling to a total amount of 30 million. They just have a budget that they'll sell it to like 3 to 2 million people or more, or less than that. But still, Xiaomi are maintaining that design. Take a look at the 13 Ultra, the 12S, the 14. You find that the design of their smartphones are still keeping up with the standard of what they need. So for this point, I will give both a point. So because both smartphone design are actually being good, I can't just be separate, be biased on anything right now. Then there's a cool factor that all phones have, and the reason I will give this point to Apple is because of the way Apple is being hyped, not just by the company itself, not just by their consumers, but even those in the tech community. You find that most tech YouTubers, they use Apple, they use iPhone, everybody just make sure that they are in this Apple ecosystem. Though we have a lot more Android users than iPhone users, but you know this Apple ecosystem is really, really strong and it's really, really hyped compared to any other smartphone companies that you've probably heard of. And then when it now comes to the processors and chip, you see, when time I'm comparing two smartphone companies together and their smartphone, you see, the reason why Apple always beat them is because of one part. Even if they win all parts, you see, when it comes to the processors and chip, Apple is always the winner there. And actually, Apple is what's been the winner in a situation like that, because you see, Apple's smartphone is really, really, I would say, one of the major things that they worked on is their processors. So Apple's processors are really, really powerful to the extent that they are so powerful. The iPhone 15, if you take for example now, you can play quality PC games on it and it will run very smoothly. You can play quality PC games on it. When a benchmark was run on it, you will find that the processor speed is close to that of the MacBook, which is really, really insane. You can connect your PS5 controller to it without even being actively switching on your PlayStation 5 controller. It is just really, really interesting, because I just love. So this point actually goes to Apple, and I think Apple is starting to pull ahead right now. But when it comes to the cameras, this is where we will actually give another double points to. You see, everybody have their own concept of what they call a good camera. Take for example, Apple's camera will give you this, I would say, this more lights, a little bit of natural clips in your pictures. Xiaomi also will do that. So, but the thing is that Apple's camera, if you test it with the Xiaomi, Apple's camera is good during the day. Like it will give you a clear, distinct image of what you are doing. But Xiaomi's camera during the night will give you, it has a better night vision camera than that of Apple. So it gives you a more clearer image in the night than that of the Apple, than that of the iPhone. So you can see that both of one works in the day, one works better in the night. So each of them gets the point. Then when you move to the software, just like the processors also, the iPhone is actually going to get a point for this. I'm not being biased here, but we are not going to lie about it. The iPhone actually going to get a point for this because actually the world deserves it. But when it comes to a situation like the battery, is when you know that okay, we have someone, Xiaomi is going to win this selection, right? Because when you check it very well, the battery of Apple's phone are not bad, but they are not like that much of a standard. Take for example, the iPhone 15 Plus is lasting about 13 hours straight. Like you are using it straight, your internet is on, your Wi-Fi is connected, your Bluetooth is connected, straight up like that. Your speakers are in classes, but straight up you are going to use it for 13 hours. 13 hours and a few minutes. That's the iPhone 15 Plus. But when it comes to a smartphone like Xiaomi, you can use the Xiaomi for 15 hours straight, and that's the power that Xiaomi actually has over Apple. Because when you check it very well, Apple's battery is about 4,500, yeah, but that of the Xiaomi, you will see some Xiaomi's of 6,000, but right now I'll talk about the one of 5,000, the Xiaomi 12S Ultra. The Xiaomi 12S Ultra has a battery capacity of 5,000 mAh, so it's big enough to overtake their, but when they tested it, they found that it died before the iPhone. But this is why I would give Xiaomi the point. You see, after it died before the iPhone later added a few more minutes to it. After it died before the iPhone, when they later switched it on again, you found that there's still an extra 1%. So this smartphone just went into hibernation mode, and when you just switch it on, it gives you access to be able to make calls and send messages for an extra 1 hour, which is something I would like to see on other smartphone companies. If they dare to try it, I would like to see it, and really dead serious now. I would like to see it on other smartphones. So Xiaomi actually did pull a little bit of brilliance right there. And so we cannot talk about the battery without talking about the charging. So we all know who's going to be the winner here. Xiaomi also is going to be the winner here. Reason because an iPhone does not come with a charger. So, but you can see the fastest power it can support is actually 27 watt charger compared to that of Xiaomi. You can see a Xiaomi that can support 210 watt charging, but the 12S Ultra is supporting the 45 watt charge. And so when you charge it very well, you find that the 12S Ultra is charging 0 to 100% in just 45 minutes, while the iPhone, we'll come back and check how many percent it is. And then we have the last two things we'll talk about before we round up. We have the display. So when it comes to display, both screens are having a big brightness. Like, okay, but the fact that I will just give both of them a draw here. You see, the Xiaomi has a peak brightness of 16,000 nits, while the iPhone has a peak brightness of 2,000 nits. But at the same time, also, if you still put the Xiaomi, despite the fact that it has 16,000 peak nits, I don't think that's the amount. I think it's going to be more than that, because if you put both in the sunlight, you will still see the screen of your Xiaomi from any angle. No matter how bent your smartphone is, you will still see the screen of your Xiaomi from whatever angle you are looking at it from. And also for the iPhone has 2,000 nits, actually the brightest ever on the smartphone. So it's something that you should actually want to try. And then the price. So you can get the iPhone 15 Pro Max for $11.99, and then you get the Xiaomi for just 800. And then some people will still be complaining that's too much. But yeah, you can see we've gone through all the points, we've gone through the sections. It's time for us to the time, or should we see the time, because the scores are still on the screen. Who is the best? Find out that if I were to be frank right now, the best of all the smartphones so far is still Xiaomi. So Apple should better watch their back in 2024, and I advise them to do that very well. So tell me what you think in the comment, and I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Bye.